欢迎回到节目的现场。在刚刚的访谈里头，受访来宾是提到了巴都伊人其实是居住在印尼西爪哇山区的巽他族人的其中一个分支。100年来，巽他族人是自主性的杜绝外界对部落的干扰，而他们过着没有电力、没有手机通讯的简单生活，也延续着祖先的生活方式。在现代国家和传统文化之间，巽他族人取得完全的这个部落的完全的自主权利。
树木繁茂的山林和清澈的溪流，这里是印尼西爪哇岛上万丹省山区，是巽他族族人与世隔绝的家园。
Kalau di dalam itu sebetulnya bukan belum itu sampai pun mana nggak boleh pakai handphone, pakai listrik, terus pakai mandi pakai sabun, pakai odol gitu, nggak boleh pakai parfum juga nggak boleh gitu. Tapi peraturan adat dari amat leluhur gitu nggak boleh dilebihin, nggak boleh dikurangin gitu, nggak boleh dilanggar peraturan adat itu.
巽他族总人口约有4000万，是印尼的第2大族。族人遵循孙达维维丹的泛灵信仰，主要居住在爪哇岛西部。其中万丹省的巽他族人为了保护自己免于外部的侵扰，遵从祖训，不使用现代科技，生活的一切所需都是自给自足。而为了尊重这样的生活方式，印尼政府也将万丹省分成完全禁止外人进入的内万丹和弹性开放外界进入的外万丹。
Nggak bakalan itu, sampai pun nggak boleh. Cuman kalau katanya ketua adat, kalau misalkan kita mau bebas, ya diizinkanlah boleh pindah keluar kitanya gitu. Tapi kalau misalkan cuman kita lahir di dalam, ya ikutin dah peraturan dalamnya gitu. Kita ikutin di dalam. Harus diikutin peraturan adat yang nggak boleh dilanggar.
目前内万丹有3个巽他族部落，100年来都遵循祖先的方式生活，也在世代传承的传统和现代国家之间取得文化和发展的自主权。记者 Alan 林柏宏编译。
好的，ITA的采访团队在印尼的同时，除了访问 AMAN 的秘书长之外，也访问到了组织里头这个部落服务部的主任。这个部落服务部最主要的工作之一，就是前进到部落，用共同参与的方式，将存在族人脑海中，或者是借由口传历史延续下来的传统领域范围，以实体的地图的协助画出来，然后当作主张土地权利与国家政府进行协商最有力的工具。现在在我们台湾也有许多部落正在进行传统领域的划设。持续跟着ITA的脚步，一起来了解印尼原住民族的做法。
So here today we're very honored to have Anas right next to me. He's going to share with us the start of the mapping, the achievement of mapping, and also what does that mean by claiming back the land. Now a lot of lands are recognized by the government as indigenous land, and what does that mean if the land is recognized by the government or by the local policies, right? So Anas, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you, Jocelyn. Hello, my name is Anas. I'm from Aman, or Indigenous People Alliance of the Archipelago. I am on the Directorate of Community Services. That's one our basic services is indigenous territory mappings.
Right. So maybe can you first start with sharing with our audience about why Aman started the work of indigenous territory mapping?
Yeah. Basically, because of Indonesian government, there is no official data on indigenous territory. So that's why we need to show to the government and others institutions that in Indonesia have many indigenous people's lands or territory. So we start with the identify in the various islands or territory in Indonesia and mapping with the community by the participatory mapping. Yeah, we call it the participatory mapping of indigenous territory. And we train the youth to actually to map their own territory. And until now we have 10.56 millions hectare of indigenous territory in Indonesia. So because the issue of on indigenous people in Indonesia is still recognition, yeah, because it is pretty. Until now we have no data, official data, official data on indigenous territory.
Right.
So that's why, because in absence of indigenous territory data, many concession or many permit from the governments, in indigenous territory, there is no, recognize their rights, about their lands. So many, I think many official plunder of indigenous territory by the government's program or policy, because there is no data.
Okay. And around what time, what year did Aman start this process?
Actually, Aman start actually not only Aman that's mapping the indigenous territory. Many NGO, many
So it's
activists
a
of
collaboration.
indigenous collaboration. We start in maybe 19 or 18 or 19. We start in 1980.
Okay.
Or maybe 1970. 70.
Okay.
We facilitate the indigenous people mapping because in that era, or Suharto era, there is many plunder of indigenous people territory. In that era, we facilitate the conflicts of indigenous territory. We need to remark that many permit or concession, we need to make sure that there is indigenous people right. So we need to,
Okay. So for this, you said around 10.5 million hectares that it's already recognized as indigenous land.
already mapped.
Mapping. Already mapping. Then how many hectares are recognized now as indigenous land?
Yeah, actually in national, we have a national policy and a local government policy. In national policy, we have recognized, government have a policy on forest area actually.
Forest area.
Forest
Okay.
area. For now, the government recognized 19,000 hectares of indigenous
19,000,
territory.
okay.
But this is not all of indigenous territory, only the forest. You see?
Okay.
Because and then in local governments, because in national we have a one map policy, so the government actually will put all data on land and territory to one system. But until now there is no there is no data on indigenous territory. And then in local governments, we urge the local government to sign the we call perda. This is bupati degree or
Okay.
local government degree, and the regulations. We have more than 1 million hectares
Okay.
recognized by local governments.
Okay. And for example, if this piece of land is recognized by the local government, what does that mean for indigenous peoples? Like what kind of authority we could have as the original?
For the local.
Yeah, for the local.
For the locals, we not finished yet in the local because we need to links between local government and national governments, because the policy sometimes is not overlapping policy also. So we need, so that's why sometimes there is indigenous people recognized by local government but not recognized by the national governments. But because the era of the policy, yeah, is only sectoral. I mean that the government only recognize where is the forest, yeah, and also the communal, yeah, communal and private lands, yeah. In indigenous peoples, kan, uh, not only the forest actually, yeah.
Of course.
They need to farming, they need to
Yeah.
hunting, something like that.
Yeah.
So that way we need to recognize the whole of indigenous territory.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but so if this, so is there any overlapping land is both recognized by local government and also the national government? Is there any like?
So that's why in national government they will not recognize indigenous territory that there is concession usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
National government, yeah. Now try to find the indigenous territory that's clear and clean. It means there is no conflict over the land.
Okay. But that means then the government is going to pick
Yeah.
what lands they
Yeah.
would give the recognition to indigenous peoples. So this is actually other way around because it should be us to claim the land, not to be given by the government, right?
Yeah.
So that's a different concept.
Different
ideology.
concept. So,
Yeah,
so that
okay.
that why we urge the government. The recognition is not mean the government not mean only give the permission of indigenous to manage the lands,
Yeah.
but also the map also used to conflict resolution.
Okay. What can you give me? Can you give us some more details about how the mapping can resolve
Yeah.
conflicts?
For example, if there is a mining company in indigenous territory, we need to, yeah, because the permit is from national government, yeah. The we need to discuss again, yeah, what indigenous want and how to start again with the permit from the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like FPAC first.
Yeah.
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 So Aman is not again with the development actually, but how the process to development is engaged. Yeah. Community can agree or disagree about the program or development in there.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why like you are like for mapping.
That's why
it's
they're
important.
mapping and to ensure that this territory is the right of indigenous people. Yeah, we need to talk, yeah, to talk to the government and mining company or palm oil company or something that's their program is on indigenous territory. Yeah, we need to to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But so there's another thing I would like to ask is that because we all saw that on the I think that was back to 2012 or there are some news regarding that the government returned the land to indigenous peoples, but by saying returning the land to indigenous peoples, are those the recognition you are talking about, or
Yeah.
that's okay? But still, like with returning the land to indigenous peoples doesn't mean that we really have the authority over the land. Or what does that mean by returning the land back to indigenous peoples?
We need to say maybe 5 years again or 10 years again about the process, because the government said that is full recognized. It means full return to the indigenous peoples.
Yeah.
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 But this is still in progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We still waiting. What happened next? What happened next after the recognition from?
Okay, okay. So I just want to maybe just a brief sum up. So you have there are some areas of the land, especially forest land, are now recognized by local government as indigenous territories. But that doesn't mean this is at the local level, but that doesn't mean that the national government also recognize the land.
Yeah.
So that will make some maybe controversies or conflicts between policies, right?
Yeah, because the policy is different. In national levels, they only recognized by the sectors. Yeah, it means from the policy from the Ministry of Forestry, they only recognize the forest, and then also from the lands agency or land ministry, they only recognize the communal land, outside of the forest. And then also in the Ministry Internal Affairs, they have regulation or regulate about the mechanism of recognition.
So all these different things
different
are
things on concept of recognitions.
Yeah.
In local regulations, they only have because they only have the concept of how to protect of indigenous peoples the whole lands.
So that also means, for example, that maybe like this one community is located not in the forest but outside of the forest.
Yeah.
So maybe they would have the land inside the forest recognized as their territory.
Yeah.
But the place where they really live is not indigenous territory. Oh, okay.
This is the difference. If the local government recognize, that is not mean that national government is recognized the indigenous territory. Because if there is program from the national, the local regulation is
So that means like even though it's recognized by the local government, but if the national government wants to do something on this land, actually there's no use, there's no way to prevent or not to fight against. So now you are like the major goal you are trying to trying to pursue now is actually the national-wide recognition, right?
Actually, the mechanisms, the whole mechanism from the local to national.
Okay.
Because the national there is no policy full recognition. So we urge the government to make clear mechanisms. Because for example, Ministry of Forestry, they will recognize if there is local government regulation, something like that.
Okay.
The links of the policy.
Okay. So that means that you have two levels of work that you are trying to push through. One is first the local recognition, and then you need a national mechanism and also recognition. So you build on the local recognition to go up to the national one. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing with us about your experiences and also the process of community territory mapping here in Indonesia. And I really wish you the best, and also I think because that's a very important practice that around the indigenous world, everywhere in the world, that we first claim our territory and then we take this map. This map to the government and tell them that this is our land. Instead of we are not waiting for the government to tell us where is our land, right?
We need to map because actually in indigenous one.
Of course.
Actually indigenous people already have their map. We call mental map. In their language, in their they know about their territory. But not yet draw in technology, something like that. So we need to map, and we need to show to the others. Because map is like a common language that
Yeah.
everyone know
Yeah.
how community manage.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we need to discuss with the government in Jakarta, not in their territory or in their village.
Yeah.
So we need to bring our map.
Yeah. Actually, we are doing a favor for the government to make it easier for them to understand.
Yeah, to make easy.
Yeah.
To understand.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.